2002. It infected 8,000 people, and it killed about 775. It had a mortality of about 9 to 10%. So that's only 8,000 people. In about a year, in the 2.5 months that we've had this coronavirus, as you know, we now have multiples of that. So it clearly is not as lethal, and I'll get to the lethality in a moment, but it certainly spreads better. Probably for the practical understanding of the American people, the seasonal flu that we deal with every year has a mortality of 0.1%. The stated mortality overall of this, when you look at all the data, including China, is about 3%. It first started off as 2 and now 3. I think if you count all the cases of minimally symptomatic or asymptomatic infection, that probably brings the mortality rate down to somewhere around 1%, which means it is 10 times more lethal than the seasonal flu. I think that's something that people can get their arms around and understand.
About less lethal than N1H1 or SARS?
No, absolutely not. H1N1 is even, the 2009 pandemic of H1N1 was even less lethal than the regular seasonal flu. It was a pandemic.
I'm trying to help the American people know where to appropriately set their gauge.
I think you set the gauge is that this is a really serious problem that we have to take seriously. I mean, people always say, well, the flu does this, the flu does that. The flu has a mortality of 0.1%.
Sure.
This has a mortality of 10 times that.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I want to emphasize we have to stay ahead of the game in preventing this.
Now, you just heard Dr. Fauci break it all the way down that the flu has a mortality of 0.1%. This has a mortality of 10 times that. President Trump has lied over and over in his term as president about many things, and he is blatantly trying to stop everybody from panicking because he knows this is something that is truly worth panicking about. Now, welcome to Kendrick's News and Entertainment, where we deal with facts. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Now, this coronavirus has to be the worst thing that we have seen in a long time. It's reminiscent of a plague from the Bible. And for people that says, oh, every time something bad happens, people want to reference God, then you are a fool. You are ignorant, because somebody like me, I reference God all the time, every day of my life. So I'm just letting you fools and you idiots know that this was in the Bible about plagues and how it would affect people. And you got to think about it. A lot of these people, and it's not just pointing fingers, because the coronavirus actually is affecting rich and poor people. But if anybody needs to suffer, it's these rich people. And if I have to suffer with them just so they suffer, then so be it. Because a lot of them need to suffer. They have millions and billions of dollars. They have sold their souls to the devil. They have mocked God's creations. You know, this transgender. Do you think our God is going to sit high and let this just continue on while you sit here, all of you people that's with that type of life, all the people that commit sins and don't repent themselves? You think God is just going to let you do anything you want without consequences? Or are you stupid or something? No. You better start believing that, yeah, God does have control of everything. And there are things that he let go to teach you a valuable lesson. And this is one. Look who's our president. Trump is the president, the devil himself. So, of course, he's going to lie. Now, back to the point at hand. How can this idiot, which is Donald Trump, argue with a certified doctor? everything the doctor said, Trump countered and said, no, that's not right. This will go away. No, it won't. It won't go right away. We know this. This doctor has no reason to lie. He's basically telling people to prepare for the worst. So in a situation like this, we all need to be praying, man. There's nothing that these people, this doctor even said himself, it could take like a year for them to even get a vaccine. So you need to keep praying. And yes, you need to keep putting God in this, because there's nothing people can really do right now but try to stay germ free. I suggest you just cut yourself away from the crowd. Don't be around a lot of people. Don't go out to a lot of crowded areas or amongst the crowd. You know, you don't want to get your family, bring it home to your significant others. So, yeah. But the end is near, and there's nothing you can do about that either. So just live your life the right way and do right. You know, that's the best way to live. Don't be scared now because you done all the wrong. You sit here on this earth your entire life and you done wrong. You know, you sold your soul. Now it's time for you to die or leave here, or you think you're going to die. Because a lot of these people are going to die. These are facts. You know, so if you don't have no fear, don't fear. People who know Jesus, who know the Bible, we're not afraid. It's the ones that don't have their mind and they haven't made peace with God that should be afraid. Subscribe.